Alright guys, we're back with some more Monster Energy Supercross 6. Today we're checking out two strokes. Yes, we've got most of them for the 250s. I didn't do the 125s, but we have most of the 250 bikes. The only bike we are missing, I believe, would be the TC250, which we got the KTM, so, you know, close enough, I guess. But at the end of the video, at the end of the video, I do have some first-person gameplay with each bike, a lap, and I don't talk over it. I'm not going to talk over it, so if you want to hear the bike sounds and you can't hear them over my talking, just get to about the 6.5 minute mark, and that's where the no commentary gameplay comes in and you can listen to them. And again, it is in first person. So, yeah, the KTM, there is some stuff I want to say about the bikes. You know, the two strokes were in the game in Supercross 3. We had the Rick Johnson CR252 stroke, and then in Supercross 4, they brought in the same bikes we have here as DLC, and then last year, and obviously here, they just decided to add them into the game for free, just the base game. So, glad they did that, and you know, we do a bike test video most years for this game, and usually, and I would assume it's probably the same for these bikes here, the bikes all, the two strokes are all comparable to the 450. So, for example, the CR252 stroke is usually one of the better bikes in the game. So you don't have to worry if you're racing multiplayer or trying to run fast laps. You can use the two-stroke and be okay. Another thing that's kind of interesting and kind of a bummer is that if you use the contemporary two-stroke, so what do I mean by that? The YZ, the KTM, the TC, you know, if you use those bikes, you can upgrade them. So you can put on, you know, the same parts you could customize for the 450, but if you use the CR250 or the RM250, really you can only customize, like, you can put different tires on it, and bars, and maybe brakes, and that's basically it. I don't believe they have graphics kits, and they don't have exhaust or suspension. So if you were to race the bike stock, yeah, the Honda and the Suzuki would be way better, because you can't customize all the parts on that bike, so they just made it better right away, you know. So that is something to keep in mind. If you have played a Supercross game, you're probably familiar with it. Now that we're showing the YZ, in the bike testing videos, I'm not really sure if the YZ is the worst bike, but usually the YZ two-strokes just don't feel that good, and it is the same in this game, because it kind of, I mean, these bikes are probably almost the exact same thing we had in Supercross 5, so the YZ just didn't feel that good, and it's unfortunate. I'm a big fan of YZ two-strokes. I mean, I have a YZ 125, it's a 144 now, but I'm a big fan of YZ two-strokes, so it's a bummer that the YZ, in my opinion, just doesn't feel that good, and the sound is a bit weird. In my opinion, the best sounding two-strokes would be the CR250 two-stroke here and the RM250, which, again, you will hear some clean gameplay without my commentary over it, so you can hear it for yourself. But I mean, no, they're not the best bike sounds in any game ever made, but if I had to choose, I would have preferred they just use the RM250 sound, or even the CR250 sound. I feel like it was just the best. But yeah, I mean, they're fun, they're really fun, but it's, again, the way they handle the power, all that stuff is basically comparable to the counterpart in the 450. So if the CRF 450 is really good, the CR250 two-stroke is really good. So yeah, I mean, like I said, they're fun, but it's very similar to how it has been in past games, you know. They haven't really changed too much. I don't know if they changed the sound. I didn't go back and play and try to test or anything like that, but yeah, I mean, it was fun, and this track is Oakland, and I had a blast. This was probably the best track, the most fun track with the two-stroke, because you got those inside berms, and yeah, you have a two-stroke, so you might think, well, maybe you want to go outside and maintain your momentum. It doesn't really work that way. I mean, it does work that way, but you don't really get penalized in the game for taking the inside line, going a bit slower, and then using second gear, you know, and then upshifting to third, similar to what you would try to do with a 450 or a 254 stroke or whatever. I mean, the game doesn't really penalize you for doing that. So yeah, 2-strokes are fun. I wish I could have got the TC for you, but like I said, I just didn't. I had minimal time in the game, and I was grinding. I mean, I grinded championship to get these credits for you guys and to be able to upgrade them. The other 2-strokes that you can upgrade were fully upgraded. And yeah, so like I said, here at the 6.5 minute mark, you will have no commentary gameplay with each bike from the same tracks, but in first person. But the bike sounds are the same. I mean, the bike sound doesn't change just because you're in first person. I just felt like it was cool. I mean, it is replay, but I mean, we had some pretty decent laps. I mean, they were pretty okay, right? But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Maybe when the game comes out, we cover the 125s as well. Last year, I believe we did a 125 video, so maybe we cover that if you want to see it. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about the 2-stroke. Which is your favorite 2-stroke? Which 2-stroke do you believe has the best sound after you can hear it? I know my commentary is ruining it right now, but you will hear it, and we'll go from there. But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. It really does mean a lot. And until the next video, take it easy.